What's going on, everybody? This is Clark Beckham, former runner-up of American Idol, and you're watching the Idol Breakdown, where today I'm going to try not to have an emotional breakdown because of who got cut and the state of the show. But let's just power on through, shall we? Let's start with Abby. I'm going to say something very controversial. That thing would be, I don't like Taylor Swift songs. I know I know she's like the GOAT, but I don't like them personally. I've tried, listened to a lot, and I've tried. This song didn't do much for me. I didn't like the song choice. I know there's brilliance in her stuff. I'm not acquainted, and I've tried to acquaint myself, but it doesn't work. I did like when she started just piano a lot. When the drums came in and the band started driving, it just kind of lost me. It didn't give me that sparkle. Okay, so Luke said you should move around the stage and give energy there. Katie said, I don't think you should do that. I think your ace, your best thing, is drawing people in with just you and piano, that emotional vibe. Do that, which I'm in that camp, by the way. And then Lionel disagreed with himself. Instead of one of the other judges, he literally said, I'm probably going to get a boo here, but you know what you did? You didn't play it safe, and that was great. You really stretched yourself. But this is a time that you really need to stretch yourself and not play it safe. So keep that in mind. What? You don't make any sense to me. Will. I thought Will started out actually a little sharp. I thought he was pushing a lot of his notes a little sharp. You can do that when you're real excited or if you're pushing too hard. Apparently he has a nickname and it's Big Mo. I was not aware of this nickname. I don't know where I was when this was firmly established, but Katie says it twice. She says it first almost like a joke and then like seriously. She's like, okay there, smiley Big Mo. And then she was like, Big Mo, your voice is whatever. I just didn't know we knew him like that. I think Chris Stapleton is a little bit like Whitney Houston in regards to don't sing his songs unless you're going to sing them as good or close to as good or completely change them. And I don't know anybody that can sing Chris Stapleton's songs the way he sings them remotely as good as he can do them. Jaina. It just hurts to say her name. Jaina. Note selection. It is an incredible gift that she has, a creative gift. And Lionel talks about it. How she takes every song and makes it her own. And that's such an overused, like, American Idol jargon phrase. But she really does it more than maybe anyone I've heard, especially without changing a ton of the song. Just melodically, runs she hits, choices she makes, they're so nice. She'll finish a run and then just add one extra note on the end that changes the whole vibe. And her ear is great. Her pitch is great. Her belting is great. Her tone is great. Her control is the best. She's the greatest singer on the show by far. And the only person who can come up close to her is Roman, who I will talk about later and not get ahead of myself. Mia. This was really strong for Mia. I wrote down pop country star. I thought she looked and sounded like the pop country star that she would be if she won and got a hit single. I think it would sound like that. I think she gave us a little look into what it would be like if she was a superstar, what kind of music she'd be singing, what she'd sound like. And I thought she did a great job. The judges love doing this at this time of the season. They love talking about contestants that are great and saying how much they've grown and really pushing the narrative of, man, it's crazy just to see you. You're so shy and quiet, audition, and now look at you. I don't think Mia has grown. I think she has been that good from day one, and the judges were just late to the party. But we weren't. Not here. We knew she was good, and her sister too. And this is no surprise to us, but they love to push that narrative. Wow, you've grown so much. No, you just were snoozing. Roman, I did think the tempo felt a little fast when he was singing the verse and felt like he was rushing his words and the chords. But they were sick. It was gospel and churchy, but it was not all the way there. Remember, when I first heard him sing, I was thinking, like audition-wise, my comments were, okay, cool, he can do the church gospel thing, but can you do that the whole time? And he's given us a brand new style of gospel influence on these pop songs that don't sound like straight up church. And it's so good. And the way that, here's what's so special about his note selection. He picks such brilliant chords that make you turn your head because they have certain notes in them that really stick out and are really cool. Then he sings those special notes, the notes that make that chord so cool. He sings them in the run that he sings over them, and it accents what's so cool about it. And then he flows around it, adding dissonance, and it's so musical and it's so nasty, and it's like nobody cares because he's gone. He was voted, wasn't voted in the top 10 last week, and then they saved him, gave him another chance. He squeaked in last night or Sunday night, and off he goes. Now he's gone. The original top 10 that were voted from top 20 are the top 10. All the people that judges saved saying, hey, don't forget these people. Don't forget Naya. Don't forget Roman. Don't forget Jaina. Don't forget Jordan. These are monsters. America was like, nah, we don't like monsters. We like middle of the road. We like what we've liked for 10 years. Musicality, talent, country. Jack Blocker. Okay, now on to happier things. I thought this was a really cool arrangement. I thought he looked really cool. And this was like if The Weeknd was on Red Dead Redemption soundtrack. For those who aren't familiar, Red Dead Redemption is an old Western video game. But just think of it as like the good, bad, and the ugly. That's kind of the theme of my reference here. Really cool. I do think that the rasp at the top of his range, he's starting to use it to choke his voice instead of accent it. Let your voice go free, but don't choke it to add rasp. That's not what you want. You want to let your voice go and then add just like 5% of that rasp sound, not fully push that rasp so hard that it's actually cutting off your vocal cords. That's going to damage your voice. And to me personally, it sounds a little uncomfortable. And as a listener, I don't want you to sound uncomfortable because now my empathy is going off and I feel for you because you sound like you're in pain. I don't want you to sound like you're in pain. I actually cover a lot of these things in vocal lessons, which we talked about yesterday, and I'm not going to talk about them again. I actually forgot to mention that for a lot of things that could just fix so many problems and take all singers, beginners and pros, to 20-25% better than you are right now in an instant, in a 30-minute time span. I made this Vocal Foundations online course. I'll put a link in the description, but it talks about the basics of breathing. You breathe completely differently when you sing, or you should. And if you're not, that's actually good news, because as good as you are, if you learn how to breathe correctly, you're about to be way better. Your range is about to be a lot stronger. Strain is about to go away. Your low notes are going to come in better. Your tone is going to be thicker. A lot of things get fixed there. Another thing is warm-ups. If you don't really know how to properly warm up, not all the crazy weird warm-ups that just tire out your voice, but effective stuff that you'll actually notice a difference from. If you don't know what to eat, what not to eat before you sing, these things are very important and will make a massive difference immediately. They're just things you have to know how to do. And I made a vocal foundation course that pretty much has all of those things wrapped up. It's a 30-minute course. It's $50. It's in the description below. Emmy. It's too much, you replaced us. I thought she did really well on this song. She forgot the words, but we only know that because she smiled. Lionel said the audience didn't come to rehearsal, so you can't mess up. That's the mentality you need to have. Now, I will say it is easier said than done, because if you've ever been singing a song and you're supposed to sing and you forgot and you rehearsed it and you know it's supposed to be there and it's not, and there's silence and there's uncertainty because you don't know exactly what's going to happen in that moment now, it's scary and it's hard to just act like nothing happened. Because if she didn't smile, we would have never known that it was a mistake. She could have just started right there. Easier said than done. I am personally missing, I think, something about Emmy because she is sailing through every single cut. And I don't see what everyone else is seeing fully. I like her, so I'm seeing something, but seeing Jaina and Roman and Mackenzie and Jordan go and Naya go and Emmy's just flying through. There's something I'm missing. There's something I'm missing. And there's something you're missing. And it's the animation of the like button. It goes red, I think then blue when you press the thumb button up. Go ahead and try it. Try it. See if I'm right. Little fireworks come out. It's great. And then it's highlighted in white. Only if you like it. If you don't like this video, don't worry about it. There's a dumb thumbs down, but who wants to do that? Please don't do that. Also, please subscribe. I think, you know what? I think I'm just going to release it. You could say, well, you're setting a bad precedent because next time you promise you're going to release something on a certain amount of views, we're not going to believe you. Or a certain number of subscribers, we're not going to believe you. I don't care. I don't care. I'm never going to make this mistake again. But it's been 2 weeks since we did it. I told Ziggy I think it'd be a day, and I was wrong. And we still don't have 80,000 subscribers, and I'm not going to wait anymore. So, without further ado, here's a little 90-second cover of Ziggy and I.
There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back to me now. There goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing, but I'm hopeless now. I climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I'm broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that I climb every mountain, swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I'm broken. 'Cause I need you to see that you are the reason.
Tristan.
Amaze me.
I thought this was fine for Tristan. I don't think there was a lot of sauce, not a lot of juice. I think he sang the song with the voice that he has, which is a voice that we love, but there wasn't anything extra. Katie was like, you can't do Heartbreak Hotel and shake your hips like that and then do this song. You can't. And I agree with her. I saw a Roll Tide sign that his mom or someone in his family was holding, and he said Roll Tide at one point. That's a reference to Alabama college football team. You got to be careful because you know there are some Auburn fans that watch American Idol. And you know there's some stubborn Auburn fans that if they saw Roll Tide roll, they're not going to vote for you. They're not going to vote for you. Florida fans, maybe Tennessee fans. There are a lot of college football fan bases that do not like Alabama. And I know it's fun to promote your team on a big platform like this, but you got to think politically about this a little bit. In my opinion, you guys might think that's funny, but those are gigantic fan bases and a gigantic demographic that watches American Idol, which is the Southeast. So you just got to be careful about Roll Tide. Julia. Julia is fire. She sings like fire. The notes, when it's time to go, she goes and she nails it. She's got a great voice, a stunt singer type of voice. I did not think the arrangement was put together. It felt disjointed. In acting, when an actor or character has a big line, like maybe it's, "Why don't you shut your mouth?" and they scream or something like that, like really big line. There's a term called earning that line. You have to earn that line. So if you're playing like passive the whole time and you're not really playing angry at all, and then all of a sudden that line comes up and you're like, "You better shut your mouth before I shut it for you," it's confusing because the line wasn't earned. There has to be a natural progression to that anger that would make something like that realistic to be said in that moment. It's kind of the same thing with singing. I can't be singing like this. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Like, I can't just jump for it. You've got to shine bright like a diamond. 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 Now you can go. You've earned it. A lot of times she's, "To you, I'm just a man. To you, all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go?" It's like, whoa. It just seems disjointed is what I'm trying to say. The big stuff sounds like $1,000,000. Now she needs an arrangement that is better crafted.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
I don't like this song. I think the verse is cool. I think the bridge is gorgeous. The chorus absolutely ruins it for me. Takes me all the way out every single time I've ever heard this song sung. The cello in the beginning did not feel like it was in sync. Either she was singing off or the cello was not playing on, or it was just an arrangement that I didn't like. This was kind of fine for me. Cabrian really peaked really hard when she sang, "I'm off the deep end." And I was hooked. I was like, winner, winner, winner. She's my favorite, winner. She hasn't really gotten there for me since then. But she has really done a great job of showing her personality. And one of the things she's done is have a great personality to show. And you see it on social media. You see it in the B-roll. I think that's why she's getting a lot of votes. And she's a great singer. She's got so much. A lot of these contestants have so much better in them, and they're really close to it. Still rooting for Cabrian. This was a fine song for me. McKenna. I thought this was a great song. I talked about how I don't love Taylor Swift songs. I actually like this song. The piano part is so pretty. And I thought she did well. I thought she picked a good song for where her voice is at. Personally, I can't tell a difference from her voice when she auditioned to now. But part of that is that means she's protecting her voice. She doesn't want us to hear the difference, right? She doesn't want to show like, here's a note that I can't hit anymore and then miss it, right? She wants to sing only things she can do well, which is what she's doing. Lionel doubled down on the awkward sexy comment. So a couple people were like, that was a little weird, maybe out of line. The last episode, Sunday night, when he said, hey, if that's your sick voice, that's a sexy sounding performance voice. And I was on board with it. Some people were like, that's a little weird. I was like, nah, he's making a point. And I agree. That's, you take the voice you have and you make it work for you. But then tonight he was just like, what did he say? He said something just straight up. It's like, hey, that was a sexy performance. Or something really weird and direct and smirked. It was odd. I did not like that. Next, we're going to talk about Keiko, and then I'm going to reveal my top 10. But before we do that, believe it or not, in less than 24 hours, like 3 hours, we got a bunch of members. We got Adam Kelsey, Adam Daniels, Oksana ML, Casey Smokey, Chief Fan, Nick the Quick, I remember you, Audra Morrow, Ralph, Fox and Crew, Brother Eden, welcome back, Marjorie Simmons, Sue B. Sueing, BW, Joe Looney, Captain Bucky, I remember you, Eric Jinx, Shani Golston, Sharon Maddox, Oliver Steele, the legend, American Idol contestant last year, Diane Marsh, Freedom Matters, yes it does, Jim Phillips, and Ricky Loney. Welcome to the Groove Crew. If you don't know what the heck that is, Groove Crew is a $5 a month subscription that people join in, and when you comment, when you take part in the premiere chat or any live stream Q&A chats or anything, your name is highlighted and in green, and I can see you, and I prioritize members when I'm just looking for questions to answer, and your comment just sticks out a little more. Also, you get access to the watch party. The watch party is when I live stream myself watching American Idol, and then we all talk together during the commercial breaks. And it's a lot of fun. You should join. If you want to, you can hit the join button. There's only 2 more months left, April and May. So if you want to get the rest of the season with full access to everything that I do, you could do that by hitting the join button for $5 this month and $5 next month. And that's it. And then you can get out if you want to, or you can stay and just help the channel even more. But choice is yours. Did you like it? Did you remember to like it? And it's an experiment. I just want to see if I say like the video twice and subscribe out of the goodness of your heart, since now I don't have a great incentive. Okay, let's talk about Keiko. Keiko goes for it. I think he didn't love the angsty, sad approach that he was taking in Sunday night's show, and tonight he just wanted to let go and rip, and that's exactly what he did. And I loved it. He was singing kind of the content of the song is a little sad. It's about a bad breakup, but he was going for it, and he was angry and angsty, and that's the vibe. That's all we want. It's not that I didn't want him to have fun on stage. It's that I wanted him to have an emotion that was appropriate for the content of the song in order to communicate the song most effectively. That's all I want. And if you're rocking out and singing this song, angry and angsty, that's perfect. I thought it was great. I thought it was a blast. Did not expect him in eyeliner, but here we are. The sweater was crazy, everything. I think he just absolutely went for it. No limitations, and it paid off. Here's my top 10. It has been decimated because my number 1 and number 2, Jaina and Roman, are gone. Last thing I'll say about that, here's what sucks. The show just got about 60% more boring to me, because what Jaina and Roman would bring to the table from a musical, vocal, entertainment standpoint, they were the best. They were the best. They're who we were all looking for more than anybody else. And we have great contestants still. The show is still going to be great and entertaining, but 2 of the most entertaining people are gone. And it does not give me a lot of hope in the American voters' opinions, because I don't think they value, and I called it last night. I said, I don't think Jaina makes it out of this week, and she didn't. I thought Roman might, but to see them go, I lose a lot of faith in our American voters, and I see that they don't really care about great singing. Now, all the contestants are great singers, all of them. But Jaina and Roman were the best. And America's like, no thanks. That's okay. We'll vote them out twice. But I got to remember, it's not the critic who counts. It's not the one who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the one who's actually in the arena. If you're watching this as a premiere, go ahead and click the live stream Q&A link in the chat right now, and I will see you over there. See who's first. Otherwise, I will see you next week.